So, you've decided to join the September of Success. That was terrible. That just sounded like a gay Sean Connery trying to do the voice of Bane. So we're going to skip that. But you're thinking about joining the September of Success. Or maybe you've just signed up and you're sitting there, minorly terrified because you're looking at it and there's like this just fucking laundry list of shit that you got to do, right? A whole bunch of stuff that you got to cut out of your life and a whole bunch of stuff that you have to add into it. Stuff that if you look at it as just that, a whole bunch of stuff to take away and add, is really daunting. It's like a big fucking change. But there's another way of looking at it. At this point in most people's lives, change is almost impossible. And it's not that you don't have the capacity to change, it's that no one else in your life will really let you change, right? Whenever you meet people, you kind of set yourself into a role in their minds, and people don't like change. They don't like the people around them to be unpredictable. So it's in their best interest to keep you predictable, which means you not changing. Which is why you already know this to be true. Most of the people in your life, there's very few people, for most people, that genuinely want you to improve and become a better person, because they would rather just not have to put any effort to learning, about a new version of you that you want to bring forth into the world. So, the point of this month, these 31 days, is not actually about denying yourself something or challenging yourself to something. That's a part of it. What you're really doing is bringing about a new version of yourself. You're taking a month to play with the idea of what could I be if I was better. Because, look, there's going to be a bunch of people who are going to watch this, but you pretend that no one else is watching this. It's just you and me talking right now. Because what I'm about to say applies directly to you. You have a lot of potential. I have potential. You have potential. All the other people that are watching, have potential, but you have potential. And you're not fulfilling it. You're not doing everything that you could do. And you know that. Everyone knows that instinctually, But this month, what we're going to do is we're going to take the time to ask. And it's just 1 month, right? If you really want to, at the end of the month, you can go back to doing all your old, all the other shit that you normally do that isn't quite as good, but you let yourself get away with doing. But for this month, what we're going to do is we're going to say, how could I be if I decided to act as if I could actually reach my potential? How would I behave if I actually wanted to take serious steps, real steps, towards reaching that potential? And 30 seconds ago I talked about how, the people in your life kind of want to keep you as you are. Because if you start showing up, if you start really applying yourself, that's just going to make them look bad, right? So what do? You surround yourself with new people. That's the point of the 31 DTM. It's not just, it's not just what good habits can you add. It's not just what bad habits can you remove. And the biggest part of it is this reaching your potential, but it's also about surrounding yourself with people who do want the best for you. Over 100 men, all of whom are dedicated to the same task. Now, every man has a different potential, right? Different flavors, different ways that they could go. But every single one here in the September of Success is dedicated to bringing about the best for themselves and for their fellow men. Which means this is the place where, all those things that you wanted to try out, all those things that you could be, but you know that if you tried it, everyone else in your life might not be okay with it. This is the place where you can make that happen. But it's something you got to commit to, right? And it's just something to try out. 1 month. Can you do it for 1 month and see what happens at the end of that month? I'm going to be doing it. It's going to be tough. I remember the first time I pumped out 100 push-ups. One of the challenges. My arms ached. I felt like a bitch. You should see photos of me from a year ago. I was a fat sack of shit. And because of going through 31 DTM, well, my current clothing won't let me show you, but packed on about 10 pounds of muscle since then. And I'm going farther than that. Not just from 31 DTM, obviously. Also working out, eating right. But it's that month that set me on the right course and got me into healthy habits. And if you're in a bad place, this is your chance to set yourself free. So see you on the other side.